Hello, folks, and welcome back to Hyde Stadium. Got a little Sunday afternoon baseball for you. I'm Evan Epstein, and it's the Oahe Zap taking on the Hastings Sodbusters in Game 2 of this two-game series. We got first pitch coming to you at 1:11 Central Time. The Zap falling to the Sodbusters last night by a final score of 7-2. The Zap struggled at the plate and didn't get on the scoreboard till the bottom of the ninth inning. At that point, they were in a 7-0 hole. 4 walks, though, from the Sodbusters relievers gave the Zap a little bit of hope, but they would ultimately fall 7-2. The problem for the Zap on the pitcher's mound was walks and hit batters. They gave up just 3 hits throughout the entire ball game, but 5 walks, a couple hit batters, and 5 errors defensively for the Oahe Zap spelled their doom on Saturday evening. So the Zap fall to 2-3 on the second half of the season. Looking for some revenge here in Game 2. It's going to be a bullpen day for the Oahe Zap. Jacob Skinner set to make his first start of the summer. He was a starter back at Kishwaukee College, so has the ability to go for length, but he is on just 1 day of rest, so possibly expecting around 3 to 4 innings from Jacob Skinner. We're going to see Cole Ottersberg make his first pitching appearance of the year for the Oahe Zap. And then we'll piece it together from there. Lucas Creighton available out of the pen. Braden Byram perhaps will make his first appearance as well. On the Sodbusters side of the baseball, it's Jude Sundquist, the South Dakota State pitcher. Teammates over at South Dakota State with Jack Kruger, who pitched last night. Kruger last night, 8 innings of work, went scoreless through those 8, and he was forced to come out of the game by Independence League pitch count rules. He was over 100 pitches after the 8th inning, which means you can't start another. But Sundquist has had a little bit less success in the Independence League so far this season, as he's posted an ERA over 7 in his 15 1/3 innings pitched. So the Zap going to look to get going at the plate here against Sundquist, and they're going to look to piece it together on the mounds. We're about 9 minutes away from starting this ball game. Let's take a look at the game time weather forecast. Well, it's partly cloudy, but it's very windy, blowing about 20 miles an hour southeast. That means the wind's going to be blowing out towards right field today, so that's going to be something to watch. We saw a couple of long balls with 20-mile-an-hour winds out towards right field when the Zap took on the Casper Spuds. Unfortunately, both of those long balls came from the Spuds side of the ball, as the Zap were swept in that series. So we'll step aside for now as we get ready for lineups and the national anthem. When we come back, it'll be first pitch of Oahe Zap Baseball on YouTube. Stay tuned.
Right where you live. How about getting your own personal career coach? What if college education was completely reimagined? DWU's Learn and Earn is not your usual program because you get real-world, hands-on experiences. No papers, no lectures, no tests. Get paid working at your internship a few days a week. This really matters to businesses and industries who want to hire you. In just over a year, you'll be ready for the professional workforce and with a lot less debt. Imagine starting your new life today by learning and earning. DWU's Learn and Earn program. Give us a shout today.
What? Great seats at a great price? Get them safer, simpler, and smarter with Ticket Smarter. A proud part
of today's Oahe Zap baseball game. Brian, what's the mission of Wegner Auto?
We are a Buick GMC, Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram car dealer in Pierre with service, body shop, car rentals. We offer a full line of any new and used vehicle sales for 117 years this year, so we're pretty proud of that.
And so how does Wegner Auto get involved in the Pierre community?
You know, we get involved in a lot of different areas of the community. Of course, the Zap game today, hockey, basketball, football, a lot of rodeos too, a lot of donations to, you know, things like Missouri Shores. We try to be very active in our community because, you know, the community supports us and we want to support our community.
Of working for Wegner Auto?
I would say, as us, you know, being a family business, and a lot of the employees there have been there for many years. We've got more than three or four employees that have been there for 30 plus years. So we have a lot of longevity, and I've grown up with them and appreciate them, and just a lot of we're close knit down there, and that's probably one of the best parts.
And so why have you chosen to support the Oahe Zap here today?
Lizzie came down. We had tried doing one last year, but it got rained out, unfortunately. Hopefully today our weather's looking much better. But we sponsored Post 8 and of course the Riggs in Stanley County and a lot of other surrounding schools. So, and with the Zap in, we had a lot of fun when the Trappers were here. We had sponsored them, and with the Zap coming in, we feel that it'd be a great thing to sponsor as well, because it's a great thing for our community. It's a lot of fun going to the Zaps game, so we wanted to continue that.
Well, Brian, I want to thank you for joining me here, and of course want to thank Wagner Auto for sponsoring today's game.
All right, thanks, Evan.
What if you could earn cash while you go to school? Seriously? What if college came to you, right where you live? How about getting your own personal career coach? What if college education was completely reimagined? DWU's Learn and Earn is not your usual program because you get real-world, hands-on experiences. No papers, no lectures, no tests. Get paid working at your internship a few days a week. This really matters to businesses and industries who want to hire you. In just over a year, you'll be ready for the professional workforce and with a lot less debt. Imagine starting your new life today by learning and earning. DWU's Learn and Earn program. Give us a shout today. What if you could earn cash while you go to school? Seriously? What if college came to you, right where you live? How about getting your own personal career coach? What if college education was completely reimagined? DWU's Learn and Earn is not your usual program because you get real-world, hands-on experiences. No papers, no lectures, no tests. Get paid working at your internship a few days a week. This really matters to businesses and industries who want to hire you. In just over a year, you'll be ready for the professional workforce and with a lot less debt. Imagine starting your new life today by learning and earning. DWU's Learn and Earn program. Give us a shout today. What if you could earn cash while you go to school? Seriously? What if college came to you, right where you live? How about getting your own personal career coach? What if college education was completely reimagined? DWU's Learn and Earn is not your usual program because you get real-world, hands-on experiences. No papers, no lectures, no tests. Get paid working at your internship a few days a week. This really matters to businesses and industries who want to hire you. In just over a year, you'll be ready for the professional workforce and with a lot less debt. Imagine starting your new life today by learning and earning. DWU's Learn and Earn program. Give us a shout today. What if you could earn cash while you go to school? Seriously? What if college came to you, right where you live? How about getting your own personal career coach? What if college education was completely reimagined? DWU's Learn and Earn is not your usual program because you get real.
Back here at Hyde Stadium, just about ready to get underway. Jacob Skinner on the mound for the Zap, taking his warm-up pitches. Let's take a look at how Skinner has fared to this point this year. In 11 appearances, he's gone for 17 innings, an 0-1 record, 7.41 ERA, a nice 17-7 strikeout-to-walk ratio. The whip has not been ideal. He's given up 29 hits over those 17 innings. But so the Zap looking to get length out of Skinner here today. as it will be a bullpen day for the Zap. Take a look at the starting lineup for the Hastings Sodbusters. Drew Vega leads off at second base. Josh Printer bats second at short. Sawyer Duddleston hits third in right field. Ryan Jarvis at first hitting cleanup. Tyler Welsh at the hot corner hits fifth. Jack Borgman hitting sixth. Matisse Crowell hits seventh. Cale Jensen hitting eighth. Alexiel Delgado went from leadoff last night to the 9-hitter tonight, so to the opposite ends of the order as Skinner finishes up his warm-up pitches here. Well, Isaac Martinez getting his first start for the Oahe Zap at second base. Martinez got an at-bat in the 9th inning last night. He would work a walk as Sodbusters pitcher Fred Juden struggled coming into the game last night. He walked the first 3 hitters on 12 pitches. He would eventually be pulled from the game after having given up 1 run. The Zap would go on to score 1 more, but that would be all as they would fall 7-2. So Vega now comes to the batter's box. Vega hitting .358 so far this season. Gets on base at a clip of .450. So Skinner will go out of the stretch. And let's get underway. Vega swings through the fastball. The count goes 0-1. Well, Drew Vega's had a nice season to this point. Hits in 16 of his 19 games that he has played in. He's driven in 6 runs on the year. The 0-1 breaking ball from Skinner misses low, 1-1. At one point, he had a 9-game hitting streak going, but that was recently snapped as he fouls that one off. The count now 1-2 on Drew Vega. Well, a little night-day turnarounds for the Oahe Zap. A 7 p.m. game last night, as it's usually a 6 p.m. start time into the 1:11 game today. The 1-2 offering from Skinner misses outside. Count evens up at 2-2. Well, yesterday, the Zap starting pitcher, Jacob Swallow, was perfect through 3 innings, but the Sodbusters got on the board in the 4th and the 5th. 2-2 offering from Skinner. Popped up shallow right field. Jacob Trusner racing back into foul territory. No one will get there as the ball drops in the Zap bullpen, so the count will stay 2-2. Swallow giving up a run in the 4th, unearned, as there was an error on the second baseman to start the inning. Then in the 5th, the Sodbusters would add on 4 more, making it a 5-0 ball game. And that was all they need, as their starting pitcher, Jake Kruger, was terrific, going 8 innings of scoreless ball. The 2-2 pitch hit in the air, shallow right field once again. Martinez back from second base towards the foul line, sticks his glove up and makes the catch. What a nice play from Isaac Martinez, the first batter of the game in his first start for the Oahe Zap, ranging all the way over from second base into shallow right field towards the foul line. Makes the play for the first out of the ballgame, so Jacob Skinner will appreciate that one, as there's 1 out now in the top of the first. So that brings up Josh Printer. Printer hitting .253 so far this season. Skinner's pitch, a fastball on the inside corner for strike 1. Well, Printer's got a long ball this season. He's driven in 9 runs. 0-1 pitch is hit foul, 0-2. Well, Printer, a lot of strikeouts this year, 26 Ks in 98 plate appearances. So he strikes out in over 25% of his at-bats. 0-2 from Skinner. Fastball missing a little up and away. 1-2 goes the count. Take a look at the Zap out in the field. Braden Byram moves from right to left. Had a couple of fantastic diving and sliding plays in right field last night. Emiliano Curiel back in center. Mike Monaman right. In the infield, it's Aiden Johnson at third. Buck Snabs at short. The aforementioned Isaac Martinez at second, Jacob Trusner at first, Mason Lang behind the plate, and it's Leandro Guevara DHing for the Zap tonight. this afternoon. So used to the night games here at Hyde Stadium. Got a 1-11, 2-2 pitch, swung on and missed. Josh Printer goes down swinging. First K of the game for Jacob Skinner as he's retired the first two batters, brings up Sawyer Duddleston. Well, Duddleston's been struggling as of late. He's 0 for his last 20, hitting .294 on the summer. Before that 0 for 20, he was hitting .426. Skinner's pitch hit on the ground towards second. Martinez fields, goes to first. A 1-2-3 inning for Jacob Skinner and the Oahe Zap. Zap get off to a good start here on this Sunday afternoon. Scoreless game after the top of the first. You're watching Oahe Zap Baseball on YouTube.
World hands-on experiences. No papers, no lectures, no tests. Get paid working at your internship a few days a week. This really matters to businesses and industries who want to hire you. In just over a year, you'll be ready for the professional workforce and with a lot less debt. Imagine starting your new life today by learning and earning. DWU's Learn and Earn program. Give us a shout today. What if you could earn cash while you go to school? Seriously? What if college came to you, right where you live? How about getting your own personal career coach? What if college education was completely reimagined? DWU's Learn and Earn is not...
Well, now it's the turn for the Oahe Zap after a 1-2-3 inning from Jacob Skinner. Take a look at the Zap starting lineup here this afternoon. Aiden Johnson leads off at third base. Isaac Martinez bats second. The shortstop, Buck Snabs, hits third. Leandro Guevara moves down to the cleanup spot for the first time this season. Jacob Trusner bats fifth at first. Mason Lang catching bats sixth. Mike Monham hitting seventh. Braden Byram and Emiliano Curiel round out the lineup for the Oahe Zap. Now let's take a look at the Sodbusters starting pitcher today. It's Jude Sundquist out of South Dakota State University. So far this season, 6 games, 15 and a third innings pitched, a 7.04 ERA, 24 strikeouts against 14 walks. And Johnson will lead it off for the Zap. Well, Johnson yesterday was 0 for 5 with the strikeout. Johnson, 58% of his at-bats have been quality at-bats, and for you folks at home, a quality at-bat is defined by any at-bat that goes for more than 6 pitches, a hit, a walk, or a line drive. And so Johnson leads the team, 58% of those at-bats. Sundquist is fastball. That one hits the screen on the fly, way over the head of both Aiden Johnson and Matisse Crowell behind the plate tonight for the Sodbusters. So the count 1-0. Well, not the best start for Sundquist. Looked like he might have released that one a little early. Well, 1-0 on Johnson. The pitch, a fastball misses high, much closer that time. Count 2-0. Well, Johnson hitting 190 coming into this ball game. He has 12 walks, gets on base at a clip of 325. Sundquist, 2-0 pitch, in there for strike one. So 3 straight fastballs begin the outing for Sundquist. And the count 2-1 on Aiden Johnson. The pitch, fastball cut on and missed. Count evens up 2-2. Well, Jack Kruger used to wear number 24 for the Sodbusters. Then he gave it to his teammate Jude Sundquist when he came to the team. 2-2 pitch catches Aiden Johnson out in the elbow. Looked like he went with the slider, just didn't come back over the plate. Started it too far inside on Johnson. And so the Zap now, leadoff runner on, brings up Isaac Martinez. So this is really still the first we're seeing of Martinez, who had a 4-pitch walk yesterday. Still haven't seen him take a hack at the plate. Zap trying to get on the board early here today as Martinez takes a fastball for strike one. Take a look at the Sodbusters out in the field. Ryan Jarvis in left, Alexiel Delgado in center, Sawyer Duddleston in right, Tyler Welsh at third, Josh Printer at short, Drew Vega at second, Cale Jensen at first, and Matisse Crowell behind the plate as the count goes 0-2 on Isaac Martinez. Well, interesting to see that Martinez gets put up into the 2 spot in his first ball game. 0-2 fastball, that one down in the dirt. Count goes 1-2. Well, Buck Snabs on deck for the Zap. Snabs 1 for 3 yesterday, continuing to hit the baseball well. Now a 5-game hit streak for the shortstop. Count 1-2 on Martinez. Pitch from Sundquist is down in the dirt once again. The count goes 2-2. And so interesting to see you put Snabs at 3. Guevara hitting cleanup for the first time this year, likely due to the fact that Vince Polizzi is out of the lineup. Jacob Trusner into the ballgame at first. Sundquist checks the runner. Now the 2-2 pitch to Martinez. Fastball cut on and missed. Isaac Martinez a little bit behind the heater from Sundquist. As there's now 1 out in the bottom of the first inning, that brings up Buck Snabs. Well, Snabs over his 5-game hit streak, 8 for 18 at the plate, as he's now hitting .309 on the year. And the pitch from Sundquist, a fastball cut on and missed. Well, it's been about 80% fastballs from Sundquist. It appears as if his only breaking ball was the one that caught Aiden Johnson up in the elbow. The heater into the upper 80s, it appears. 0-1 pitch, cut on and missed. Went back to the heater once again as the count now 0-2 on Buck Snabs. Oh, 2, 1 out, bottom of the first inning, runner on first. And Sundquist's offering down in the dirt, 1-2. Nice crowd here on a Sunday afternoon. Folks still filing in. And it looks like Sundquist is going to change baseballs here with the home plate umpire. Sundquist checks the runner at first. Now comes home. The pitch misses up and in, and the count goes full. Well, from 0-2 to 3-2, unlikely to see Johnson running off first in this situation. Zap have been more conservative on the base paths as of late. Buck Snabs chases through that one as Jude Sundquist has now struck out the second batter of the inning. There's 2 outs here in the bottom of the first, and that brings up Leandro Guevara. Well, Guevara hitting .386 coming into this ball game. Has 10 extra base hits on the year, 8 of them doubles, 2 of which triples. Trails only Vince Polizzi in extra base hits for the Oahe Zap this season. Takes a fastball high, 1-0. Guevara's driven in 12 runs so far this year. Johnson just a couple of steps off first. 1-0 pitch in there for a strike. Looked like it was right down the middle on Guevara. Count evens up 1-1. Well, Guevara in 6 occasions has had 3 or more hits in a ball game. Johnson dances off first. Guevara swings through that one and falls behind in the count 1-2. Well, Guevara just 8 strikeouts on the season, one of which came last night. a great two-strike hitter. Always seems to make contact with the ball. 1-2 pitch, hit in the air towards foul territory. That one will head for the seats and head for the kids. Off in the grassy area by right field as the count stays 1-2. Well, the Zap still trying to do something with Aiden Johnson off first. A base runner with no one out, but Sunkist came back to strike out both Martinez and Snabs. Now working on Guevara, 1-2 pitch, a fastball that appears to have missed low, count now 2-2. Well, the wind continuing to blow out towards right field. Perhaps not as severe as the weather forecast indicated. Forecast said 20 miles an hour. Looks a little bit calmer than that as of now. 2-2 pitch in the air, shallow right field. Back from second base is Vega to make the play for the third out of the inning. So the Zap unable to do anything with the leadoff runner on first in Johnson. 2 strikeouts from Jude Sunkist. The Zap strand 1 as we head to the second inning in a scoreless ball game. You're watching Oahe Zap Baseball on YouTube. I'm Evan Epstein, joined by Brian Bucock, the co-owner of Wegner Auto. Wegner Auto, the sponsor of today's Oahe Zap baseball game. Brian, what's the mission of Wegner Auto?
We are a Buick GMC, Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram car dealer in Pierre with service, body shop, car rentals. We offer a full line of any new and used vehicle sales for 117 years this year, so we're pretty proud of that.
And so how does Wegner Auto get involved in the Pierre community?
You know, we get involved in a lot of different areas of the community. Of course, the Zap game today, hockey, basketball, football, a lot of rodeos too, a lot of donations to, you know, things like Missouri Shores. We try to be very active in our community because, you know, the community supports us and we want to support our community.
And so what's your favorite part of working for Wegner Auto?
I would say, as us, you know, being a family business, and a lot of the employees there have been there for many years. We've got more than three or four employees that have been there for 30 plus years. So we have a lot of longevity, and growing up with them and appreciate them, and you know, just a lot of we're close knit down there, and that's probably one of the best parts.
And so, why have you chosen to support the Oahe Zap here today?
You know, Lizzie came down. We had tried doing one last year, but it got rained out, unfortunately. Hopefully today our weather's looking much better. But you know, we sponsored Post 8 and of course the Riggs in Stanley County and a lot of other surrounding schools. So, and with the Zap in, we had a lot of fun when.
Back here, top of the second inning, Ryan Jarvis leads it off for the Hastings Sodbusters. Jacob Skinner working a 1-2-3 inning back in the first. That one missing low and away, 1-0 on Jarvis. Well, Jarvis coming into this game a little bit of a mini slump. He's 0 for his last 9 at the plate, hitting .240 on the season. And the 1-0 from Skinner, a fastball that just missed the outside corner. The count goes to 2-0 on Jarvis. Well, Jarvis has driven in 8 runs this year, came around to score 12 times himself. As he drives that one out towards right field, that ball is going to get down. Mike Monham tries to cut it off, but maybe took an errant route as the ball goes to the wall. Jarvis jogs into second with a leadoff double here in the top of the second inning. Well, an early base runner in scoring position here for the Sodbusters brings up Tyler Welsh. And, well, Welsh, the best average on the team with runners in scoring position, hitting .438. Broke a 5-game hitting streak yesterday. He went 0 for 4 with a strikeout. So it'll be Martinez that will try and hold on the runner at second. From second base, he'll likely retreat on the pitch as Skinner comes home. That one hit in the air towards shallow right center field. That ball's going to drop. Monham Fields being waved home as Jarvis, and he will score. So the Sodbusters strike quickly in the top of the second. A double from Jarvis and a single from Tyler Welsh drives in a run as they take a 1-0 lead. That brings up Jack Borgman. Well, Borgman had a hot start to the year, went 7 for 15, but then he cooled off in a big way after that, going 0 for his next 31 at-bats as the fastball right on the knees of Borgman. Nice pitch from Skinner. Count goes 0-1. So Borgman's average just 171 on the year. The 0-1 pitch, a fastball called for a strike on the inside corner. Borgman didn't like the call from the home plate umpire, Dylan Turner. Turned back for a quick word as he's behind 0-2. Jacob Skinner, after giving up 2 hits, well, now he'll check the runner on first, but still looking for his first out here in the top of the second inning. Now the 0-2. That one skied foul. Count stays 0-2. And, well, Tyler Welsh was first pitch swinging. You give up a run in just about 3 or 4 pitches for Skinner. It's something a little unnerving as a pitcher, but if he can settle back in, it won't disrupt his outing as he's only took 4 pitches to get a run in. Skinner tried the outside corner on Borgman, but just missed. Count 1-2. Well, Skinner checking in on Welsh once again. Welsh doesn't have a stolen base yet this season. Jacob Trusner holding him on close. 1-2. Breaking ball misses, maybe fouled off the bat of Jack Borgman. That's why Tyler Welsh will stay put at first, so the count will remain 1-2. Well, the Zap are going to need to get going at the plate here early on, especially considering the fact it's a bullpen day. 1-2 misses inside, 2-2. And you have guys making their first appearances like Cole Ottersberg and possibly Braden Byram. Unsure if he's going to get into the ballgame on the pitcher's mound. Well, he's standing out in left field right now. Skinner glances the runner, now comes home with the 2-2, snares that one, goes back to first for the double play. What a play from Jacob Skinner, helping out his own cause. A flared shot off the end of the bat from Borgman. Skinner gloves it, goes back to first, turning to himself. Well, now the bases are empty with 2 men out and 1 run already in. Brings up Matisse Crowell. Well, Crowell yesterday drove in a run, was 1 for 2, scored a run himself, and takes a strike from Jacob Skinner. Crowell hitting .200 coming into this ballgame, driven in 4 runs now on the year. Not as much playing time as some of his teammates. Takes a fastball high, count evens up 1-1. Well, what a great way to settle down as a pitcher. A shot right back at you. Glove it, go back to first for a quick double play. Count now 2-1 on Crowell. Now the wind's picking up out in right field. The 2-1. That one fouled off the end of the bat of Crowell. Count evens up 2-2. Well, Jacob Skinner now just 1 strike away from getting through the top of the second. Skinner comes home with the 2-2 offering, a breaking ball called for strike 3 on the outside corner. Perfectly placed pitch from Jacob Skinner gets him through the top of the second inning with minimal damage. 1 run in off of 2 hits, a double from Ryan Jarvis, RBI single from Tyler Walsh. But a double play and a strikeout from Skinner limits the damage to 1. Sodbusters lead the Zap 1-0 after the top of the second. You're watching Oahe Zap Baseball on YouTube.
Great seats at a great price. Get them safer, simpler, and smarter with Ticket Smarter. A proud partner to the biggest names in live sports and events, including ESPN events and iHeartRadio. TicketSmarter has seats for over 125,000 live events and 48 million tickets for sale. All backed with the Ticket Smarter 100% ticket guarantee. Thinking about your next great live event? Think smarter. Think Ticket Smarter. Get your tickets your way, guaranteed, at Ticketsmarter.com. Great seats at a great price. Get them safer, simpler, and smarter with Ticket Smarter. A proud partner to the biggest names in live sports and events, including ESPN.
Back here in the bottom of the second inning, well, we're a little late, but let's take a look at Swaggy P's keys to the game. Sparked the offense early. It didn't happen in the bottom of the first. Zap with another effort here in the bottom of the second. It'll be the 5, 6, and 7 hitters. Peace pitching together, as we've been talking about. It's Skinner on the mound. He's been out of the bullpen so far this season for the Zap, so they're going to have to figure it out through this ball game. Pick up a conference win. The Zap 0 for 3 in the second half when playing conference teams. They got swept by the Spuds in their 2-game series and lost last night to the Sodbusters. Their 2 wins against the North Platte Plainsmen were non-conference wins, so 2-3 overall on the second half of the season, but 0-3 in conference play. And in terms of making the Independence League Championship Series, that is what matters. So Jacob Trusner will lead things off against Jude Sunkist. Trusner, a .206 hitter. A couple of home runs this season. He's driven in 10. Hits that fastball out towards shallow right field. Duddleston, a quick few steps in, makes the play. 1 pitch, 1 out here in the bottom of the second inning. You know, it's a tough one. You want to see your hitters aggressive first pitch swinging, but when it doesn't work out and you go 1 pitch, 1 out, that really puts Sunkist in a rhythm out there on the mound. And this is a Sodbusters team. Their bullpen isn't very deep, so you want to get Sunkist out of the ballgame early. Lang, first pitch swinging once again, pops it up, foul territory. Crowell diving. Did he make the play? Yes, he did, says the home plate umpire. What a play from the catcher, Matisse Crowell. Throwing off his mask, had a late jump on the ball, dives over towards the batter's circle, and makes the play for the second out of the inning. Well, 2 pitches, now 2 outs for Jude Sunkist. That brings up Mike Monham. Well, if you're Monham here, you're going to have to take a pitch. You can't let Sunkist get through an inning with just 3 pitches. Monham hitting .294 coming into this ball game. Well, he does take a pitch, a fastball on the inside corner for strike 1. Monham's last game 2 days ago against the Spuds, he was 3 for 5, drove in a couple of runs, and swings through that one to fall behind 0-2 in the count. Ever since Monham's bat came alive in Spearfish, he has been terrific at the plate. Now batting .500 when he puts the ball in play. 0-2, puts the ball in play there. Well, it might head towards foul territory, and it will. Goes out of play, so the count will stay 0-2. Well, Jude Sunkist now has thrown 5 pitches in this inning. He's already got 2 outs and has Mike Monham in an 0-2 count. Sunkist looking for a sign from Crowell. Now comes set. Crowell gives him a target, the 0-2. That one, jam shot, but that ball will get down in right field. Mike Monham fights off a fastball on the inside corner. Well, Mike Monham continues to have success when he puts the ball in play. The Zap with the 2-out base runner here in the bottom of the second inning. So that'll bring up Braden Byram. Little pause in play here as our home plate umpire will ask them to remove a ball that has come in off the left field foul line. Some kids playing there in left field. Well, Byram last night, 3 strikeouts and a hit by pitch, but that came with the bases loaded, so add on an RBI for Byram. As Sunkist fastball cut on and missed. Zap hitters seem to be behind the fastball so far today from Sunkist. Byram, a 122 hitter on the year. Now the 0-1 pitch, a fastball. That one looked to be on the inner third. Count 0-2 on Byram. Well, Jude Sunkist continues to pound the strike zone. Got 2 outs on 2 pitches. He drove the count to 0-2 on Mike Monham before Monham got a single to right. Byram chases that one but fouls it off the very end of the bat. So the count will stay 0-2. Well, 2 players as the base coaches today for the Oahe Zap. Looks to be Noah Wiggins at third, who has the day off, and Brady Glenn at first. 0-2 pitch, and that one gets by Crowell. Wasn't sure if it might have got Byram on the shoulder, but it looks like he got out of the way of the ball. So advancing to second is Monham on the wild pitch. Count 1-2 on Braden Byram. Sunkist looks back. The runner 1-2. Pitch swung on and missed. Jude Sunkist gets Braden Byram to go down swinging. Leaves the runner at second base. So the Zap pick up 1 hit, 1 runner left. And at the end of 2 innings of play, the Sodbusters lead remains 1-0. You're watching Oahe Zap Baseball on YouTube.
Great seats at a great price. Get them safer, simpler, and smarter with Ticket Smarter. A proud partner to the biggest names in live sports and events, including ESPN events and iHeartRadio. TicketSmarter has seats for over 125,000 live events and 48 million tickets for sale. All backed with the TicketSmarter 100% ticket guarantee. Thinking about your next great live event? Think smarter. Think TicketSmarter. Get your tickets your way, guaranteed, at TicketSmarter.com.
Not your usual program, because you get real-world, hands-on experiences. No papers, no lectures, no tests. Get paid working at your internship a few days a week. This really matters to businesses and industries who want to hire you. In just over a year, you'll be ready for the professional workforce, and with a lot less debt. Imagine starting your new life today by learning and earning. DWU's Learn and Earn.
Jacob Skinner back on the mound for the top of the third inning. The Zap in a 1-0 hole. Let's take a look at the Independence League standings brought to you by Red Rosa. The Casper Spuds sit in first. A little bit of a error on our graphic here. So the Spuds 3-0 in conference play. The Moo now 3-1 in conference play. Sasquatch sit at 3-0, but all of those non-conference wins. Zap 0-3 in conference play, 2-0 in non-conference play, and the Sodbusters, after getting swept by the Moo, picked up a win last night over the Zap, as they are now 1-3. Well, Skinner will face Cale Jensen to lead off the top of the third inning. Jensen, first pitch swinging out towards left field. Buck Snabs can't get there, so the ball will fall just a couple of steps into the outfield's grass. Well, first pitch swinging works out here for the Sodbusters. Some more weak contact off the bat of Cale Jensen, but just seemed to find a hole out there in shallow left field. Brings up Alexiel Delgado. So Delgado, who hit first last night, now hitting ninth tonight. It's a nice luxury to have for the Sodbusters. Get to send him down to the bottom of the order. Well, Delgado squared to bunt. Jabbed through that one as the count 0-1. Delgado hitting 192 coming into this ball game. He drove in a couple of runs yesterday on a double. And Skinner will check back on the runner at first. Jacob Skinner, an interesting pickoff move. It can sometimes fool runners, as it looks like his foot starts to go towards the plate, but he cuts it off before it would become a balk. Delgado waves and misses at that one and falls behind in the count 0-2. So the Sodbusters to this point, 1 run on 3 hits. The Zap yet to score, 1 hit coming from Mike Monham. 0-2 offering from Skinner, just misses outside, 1-2. Well, Jensen has some speed off of first. 3 for 3 on his stolen base attempts this season, and Skinner will check back on the runner once again. Skinner's 1-2 pitch. That one called for strike 3 on the outside corner. Skinner goes back to the backdoor breaking ball, and that one gets Alexiel Delgado to go down looking. Third strikeout of the game for Jacob Skinner brings it back to the top of the Sodbusters order with one man out and one man on, and Drew Vega. Vega popped up to second in his first at-bat of the game, part of a 1-2-3 first inning for Skinner. The pitch to Vega, squares to bunt. That one a beauty down the third base line, but goes foul. Well, a wise play from Aiden Johnson to get his glove on it as soon as the ball rolled into foul territory. Drew Vega would have been safe at first had it stayed fair. The bunt was a beauty. But instead, Vega now in an 0-1 count. Cale Jensen returns to first. So Johnson will now play in on the infield's grass after seeing Vega try to square up a bunt. So we'll see if Vega is now swinging away, the count 0-1. And Skinner checks on the runner. Jensen was going, throw down to second. They got him. Beautiful pickoff move from Jacob Skinner. As Cale Jensen was going on the pitch, well, the bases are now clear. Second out of the inning. And an 0-1 count on Jensen. Well, Skinner, a great day on the mound, not only pitching, but a pickoff move gets Cale Jensen. He turned a double play by himself earlier in the ballgame on a line shot off the bat of Jack Borgman. Vega skies that one foul, the count 0-2. Well, now the wind's picking up here at Hyde Stadium once again, so fly balls out towards right field will likely carry well today. 0-2 breaking ball misses outside, 1-2. So Skinner on the righties has really tried to go to the backdoor slider so far this afternoon. Well, he got Delgado to go down looking. Just missed there. Now the 1-2, and that one skied. Trusner out towards the line in the outfield grass makes the play for the third out of the inning. Jacob Skinner gets through the third, facing the minimum 3 batters as the Sodbusters lead remains 1-0. You're watching Oahe Zap Baseball on YouTube.
Earn program. Give us a shout today. What if you could earn cash while you go to school? Seriously? What if college came to you, right where you live? How about getting your own personal career coach? What if college education was completely reimagined? DWU's Learn and Earn is not your usual program because you get real-world, hands-on experiences. No papers, no lectures, no tests. Get paid working at your internship a few days a week. This really matters to businesses and industries who want to hire you. In just over a year, you'll be ready for the professional workforce and with a lot less debt. Imagine starting your new life today by learning and earning. DWU's Learn and Earn program. Give us a shout today. What if you could earn cash while you go to school? Seriously? What if college came to you, right where you live? How about getting your own personal career coach? What if college education was completely reimagined? DWU's Learn and Earn is not your usual program because you get real-world, hands-on experiences. No papers.
Bottom of the third inning, Emiliano Curiel leads it off for the Oahe Zap, the 9-hitter here tonight. Moving around the order was in the 6th spot, but Curiel, well, it's nice to have him hitting 9 as he's so proficient with runners on base at the plate. Well, Curiel last night was 1 for 4 with a couple of strikeouts. Sunkist back for his third inning of work. He's given up just 1 hit to this point as that fastball misses high to Curiel. Well, talked about quality at-bats with Aiden Johnson. Curiel, the same thing. 52% of his at-bats have qualified as quality at-bats. And the 1-0 pitch, that one backs Curiel off the plate once again. A couple of fastballs up and in from Jude Sunkist here in the bottom of the third inning. 2-0 the count on Curiel. Sunkist 2-0 pitch, swung on and missed, 2-1. Well, Curiel has driven in 18 runs on the season. That is second only to Vince Palizzi on the Zap. 2-1 pitch from Sunkist, swung on and missed, and the count evens up at 2-2. So Sunkist has continued to stick with the fastball here in the early going. Now the 2-2 pitch, swung on and missed. Curiel down on strikes. The fourth strikeout of the game for Jude Sunkist brings it back to the top of the order for the Oahe Zap, where it'll be Aiden Johnson to hit. Lizzie, do you have another pen? I'm out of ink. Well, Aiden Johnson now to make his second at-bat of the game. Johnson was hit by a pitch back in the first to lead off the game for the Zap. Count now 1-0. The 1-0 pitch. Johnson fouls that one off as the count goes to 1-1. Well, interesting to see Johnson settling back into the leadoff spot, second day in a row. Sunkist 1-1 pitch, and that one hits Johnson once again. Got him in the shoulder. He turned it out of the way of the pitch just in time, as it looked like it was heading up for his face. Instead, takes it in the shoulder, jogs down quickly to first, the second time in the ballgame that he's been hit. And that brings up Isaac Martinez. Well, Martinez struck out back in the first inning. He was fooled on a breaking ball from Jude Sunkist. And the fastball misses outside, 1-0. Well, the third baseman, Tyler Welsh, playing relatively in, even if not a step in from the third base bag, possibly guarding a bunt from Martinez, who takes the pitch outside, 2-0. Pitch down in the dirt. Well, 3 straight balls to Isaac Martinez. We'll see if he has the green light here. Noah Wiggins at the third base coach will... Well, he's not flashing him any signs, so it appears that Martinez does have the green light if he wants it. 3-0 pitch down in the dirt. Martinez works a 4-pitch walk. Johnson hurrying down to second, possibly thinking about third, but Crowell wisely jogging back to the backstop to retrieve the ball. So runners on first and second with one man out brings up Buck Snabs. Snabs a strikeout in the first. He's hitting just .212 with runners in scoring position this year. Has driven in 13 runs. Zap trying to tie the ball game up in the bottom of the third, trailing by 1. Crowell goes out for a quick word with his pitcher. A reminder, we will be doing some Oahe Zap trivia here after the top of the 5th inning. The winner will win 2 free tickets to a Zap game of your choosing. It was actually my dad, Mark Epstein, who was last night's winner, so funny to see. As Sunkist, a perfect fastball on the outside corner to Buck Snabs, opens the count up at 0-1. Relatively big hole through the right side as the second baseman. Well, now he'll retreat back to his right. Snabs skies that one in the air, right field. Ranging back is Duddleston. The wind's carrying the ball. Duddleston makes the play. Tagging from second to third is Aiden Johnson. Isaac Martinez will stay put at first. So the Zap with a runner just 90 feet away, but 2 men out now in the bottom of the third inning. Well, that'll bring up Leandro Guevara, and perhaps this is why you have him in the cleanup role. The Sodbusters appealing the play at second base. They'll say Johnson properly tagged, as Guevara now with runners on first and third and 2 men out. He hits .364 with runners in scoring position. Well, we'll see if Martinez has speed off first. We don't know quite yet. Haven't seen him on the base paths yet, as the fastball in there for strike one on Guevara. Well, Guevara, always a more cautious approach at the plate, likes to take a couple of pitches. And the 0-1 from Sunkist, that one a big swing and a miss, 0-2. And it's interesting, as you put runners on base, a lot of times hitters' approach will change. You like to get more aggressive early in the count, as you want to make sure you put the ball in play, especially here with 2 outs and 2 runners on. 0-2 the count on Guevara. It's Johnson on third, Martinez on first. And Sunkist will check back on the runner at first. So Jensen holds on Martinez. Johnson not being held on at third. Sunkist trying to strand 2 runners here in the bottom of the third. Zap trying to tie up the ball game. Sunkist comes home with the 0-2 fastball. That one hit on the ground towards short. Fielded by Printer. Goes to first for the out. So the Zap strand 2 runners on here in the bottom of the third inning, unable to even up the ball game as it remains a 1-0 Sodbusters lead. You're watching Oahe Zap Baseball on YouTube.
No lectures, no tests. Get paid working at your internship a few days a week. This really matters to businesses and industries who want to hire you. In just over a year, you'll be ready for the professional workforce and with a lot less debt. Imagine starting your new life today by learning and earning. DWU's Learn and Earn program. Give us a shout today. What if you could earn cash while you go to school? Seriously? What if college came to you, right where you live? How about getting your own personal career coach? What if college education was completely reimagined? DWU's Learn and Earn is not your usual program because you get real-world, hands-on experiences. No papers, no lectures, no tests. Get paid working at your internship a few days a week. This really matters to businesses and industries who want to hire you. In just over a year, you'll be ready for the professional workforce and with a lot less debt. Imagine starting your new life today by learning and earning. DWU's Learn and Earn program. Give us a shout today.
Coming into the top of the fourth inning, it's a 1-0 ball game. Jacob Skinner back for the fourth. Still unsure of what his pitch count or pitch limit will look like today on the mound, as he's only had 1 day off, pitched a couple days ago against the Casper Spuds. He'll face Josh Printer to lead off the top of the fourth. Swings through that one, count 0-1. Printer struck out back in the first inning. Pitch from Skinner, hit on the ground sharply to third. Johnson knocks it down, picks it up, throws to first, but that one pulls Jacob Trusner off the bag. So it'll be an error for Aiden Johnson on the errant throw. A wise play from Trusner to make sure he got the ball and keeps Josh Printer at first. You know, at first it looked like Johnson did a good job. He gets his glove on the ball despite the fact that he doesn't field it cleanly. Quickly picks it up and goes to first, but the throw just a little bit offline. So first error of the ball game for the Oahe Zap puts Printer on first with no one out, brings up Sawyer Duddleston. Duddleston takes a breaking ball for strike one. Well, Duddleston now 0 for his last 21. after a ground out to second in the first. Skinner looks at the runner, now looks home, now looks back, now looks home, and the pitch. That one called for strike 2. Duddleston thought that one was a little bit low, but the count goes 0-2. Trusner holds the runner on at first, and Skinner will check in on Josh Printer. The count 0-2. And Skinner will check in on Printer for the second time in a row. Well, Skinner has thrown 41 pitches to this point. 0-2 pitch. Hit sharply to second. Martinez fields and goes to first as the runner was going on the pitch. Ooh, a dangerous throw from Isaac Martinez forces Trusner to dig it out of the dirt, but he does so successfully. So Sawyer Duddleston a line out to second. Josh Printer was running on the pitch, or else it could have been a double play ball given how hard it was hit at Isaac Martinez. Well, it brings up Ryan Jarvis with the runner in scoring position. Jarvis with a double to lead off the second, scored the very next pitch on a Tyler Welsh single. And Jarvis a big swing and a miss there as the count goes 0-1. Well, the 13th time this season that Jarvis has scored a run. Skinner's 0-1 pitch, breaking ball drops in for strike 2. Skinner's off-speed pitches have been sharp today. A lot of vertical break on the curveball like you just saw there, and the slider has been working well, particularly on the righty hitters. 0-2, went back to the off-speed there, but misses in the dirt. The count goes to 1-2. Well, we've seen Skinner with the pickoff attempt towards first workout today. Hasn't gone to second yet. Jarvis fouls that one down the first base line. The count will stay 0-2. And so a lot of times it's interesting to see a lefty's pickoff move towards second. The lefty obviously with an advantage when trying to go to first. But when turning back towards second, you have to turn behind the runner. Whereas righties turn towards the runner. And the 1-0-1-2 pitch to Jarvis just misses outside. Skinner wanted that call, thought he had Jarvis rung up on strikes. Count 2-2. Snabs checking back on the runner. Skinner comes home with the 2-2, a wave and a foul ball. An ugly swing there from Ryan Jarvis, who was definitely fooled on the curveball from Skinner. Well, this puts Skinner in a good position in this at-bat. He had Jarvis fooled on the curve. He managed to get his bat on it. Do you go back to the curve? Do you try and speed him up with the fastball? And that's likely what Mason Lang will go out to talk about, noticing something in Ryan Jarvis's swing. So Lang and Skinner will come up with a game plan. Now Lang will come back to the plate, and we'll see what they came up with here. The count 2-2. Snabs still shading behind Josh Printer at second. Runner had a jump as Skinner's pitch misses outside. The count goes to 3-2. Well, it's the only problem from Mason Lang coming out in a 2-2 count. Sometimes it's tough for a pitcher to have a mound visit in the middle of an at-bat, especially when there's 2 strikes. So the count now full on Ryan Jarvis. Runner on second. Pitch. And that one hits Ryan Jarvis in the back. Well, ball 4 or a hit by pitch. It's all the same for Skinner, as there's now runners on first and second with 1 man out. So Skinner will look to recover against Tyler Welsh. Well, Welsh now both of his at-bats coming with runners in scoring position. He was successful in driving home Ryan Jarvis back in the second as the game remains 1-0. So now runners on first and second. Jarvis this time on first. It's Josh Printer, the runner on second. Skinner's pitch called for a strike. Went with the backdoor slider to open up the count 0-1 on Welsh. So Welsh now 9 RBIs on the season. Oh, 1 pitch hit on the ground towards second, possible double play. Ball hops up on Martinez, goes to second for 1. Snabs will hold the throw to first as that last hop up on Isaac Martinez might have killed the chance for a double play for the Oahe Zap, but they still get the play at second, so a fielder's choice for Tyler Welsh. Moves the runner and Josh Printer over to third. Ryan Jarvis retired as there's now 2 outs with runners on the corners for Jack Borgman. Skinner's pitch just missed outside, 1-0. Well, Borgman in his first at-bat, it was a flare shot back at Skinner. Skinner gloved it and went to first for the double play. Now the 1-0 to Borgman. That one hit well out towards left field. That ball's going to get down. Braden Byram will range to his left to cut it off. Coming around to score the second run of the ballgame is Josh Printer. A clutch 2-out hit from Jack Borgman gives the Sodbusters a 2-0 lead here in the top of the 4th inning. Well, 2-out RBIs are killer for a ball club. So I'll bring up Matisse Crowell. Just the first hit of the inning for the Sodbusters. Printer had gotten on via an error. Jarvis had gotten on a hit by pitch. Welsh then replaced him on the fielder's choice. And then Jack Borgman drives home Josh Printer. So Matisse Crowell now the batter, a strikeout in the second. Count 1-0 now. Skinner's pitch. Fastball foul back 1-1.
What street's this right here? That's capital. What's this? On the corner, capital.
And now Cole Ottersberg begins warming up in the bullpen. That one's skied in the air, right field. Mike Monham's going to have to get on his horse. He can't get there, but the ball does go foul. And the count goes 1-2 on Matisse Crowell. Well, the winds might have helped out the Oahe Zap on that one. It looked like it was heading for fair territory, but the wind blowing from left to right pushed it into foul territory. The count 1-2 on Crowell. Skinner looks back at the runner, now comes home with the 1-2 breaking ball. That one tapped on the ground to short, snaps to second for the 3rd out of the inning. Well, the Zap give up 1 run on 1 hit, an error, and a hit by pitch. Sodbusters double their lead to 2-0 here after the top of the 4th inning. You're watching Oahe Zap Baseball on YouTube.
What if you could earn cash while you go to school? Seriously? What if college came to you, right where you live? How about getting your own personal career coach? What if college education was completely reimagined? DWU's Learn and Earn is not your usual program because you get real-world, hands-on experiences. No papers, no lectures, no tests. Get paid working at your internship a few days a week. This really matters to businesses and industries who want to hire you. In just over a year, you'll be ready for the professional workforce and with a lot less debt. Imagine starting your new life today by learning and earning. DWU's Learn and Earn program. Give us a shout today. What if you could earn cash while you go to school? Seriously? What if college came to you, right where you live? How about getting your own personal career coach? What if college education was completely reimagined? VWU's Learn and Earn is not your usual program because you get real-world, hands-on experiences. No papers, no lectures, no tests. Get paid working at your internship a few days a week. This really matters to businesses and industries who want to hire you. In just
Zap trail 2-0 coming into the bottom of the fourth inning. Jacob Trusner leads it off for the Zap. He flew out to right field in his first at-bat. Well, back on the mound for the Sodbusters, Jude Sunkist. He's thrown 49 pitches through his first 3 innings of work. The Zap have faced both of the South Dakota pitchers. The South Dakota State pitchers for the Sodbusters. Fastball, that one catches the upper portion of the strike zone. 0-1, the count on Trusner. 0-1 pitch from Sunkist. Fastball misses high, 1-1. Trusner, one of 3 players on the Zap with multiple home runs on the season. It's him, Jackson Mix, and Vince Polizzi. You'll see a 1-1 from Sunkist. Fastball, and that one hits Jacob Trusner in the elbow. Well, the third hit batter of the game by Jude Sunkist. Well, that puts the leadoff runner on for the Oahe Zap in the bottom of the fourth. The Zap working to chip back in a 2-run hole. Well, the Zap have had 5 base runners. 3 of them have come via a hit by pitch, one of which came via a walk, and Mike Monham, the only hit of the game to this point for the Oahe Zap. Monham's on deck. Mason Lang digs in. Lang popped up into foul territory. It was a diving play by the catcher Crowell. Grounds that one sharply to first, but that one gets by Borgman. So Mason Lang with the second hit of the ballgame for the Oahe Zap, and that one gets runners on first and second with no one out, brings up Mike Monham. Well, for a second it looked like Borgman had possibly backhanded the baseball as Jacob Trusner was jumping out of the way. Well, Mike Monham 1 for 1 today. A flare shot into shallow right field back in the second. Fouls a fastball off there. Monham seemed as if he had that pitch timed up well from Sunkist. Mason Lang was all over that first pitch. A sharp ground ball through the right side that just got past the glove of the Sodbusters first baseman, Ryan Jensen. Sunkist looks back at the runner, comes home with the 0-1 pitch, misses inside, 1-1. Well, interesting to see there from Sunkist. As he began his leg kick, he was still turned back towards Jacob Trusner at second before coming home. That can sometimes throw a pitcher off. Well, the count evens up, 1-1. Monham hitting .438 this year with runners in scoring position. Squares to bunt, pulls back as the fastball misses high, 2-1. Well, Monham's driven in 8 runs so far this year, 2 of which came just a couple days ago against the Casper Spuds. Part of a 6-run second inning in which the Zap got out to an 8-0 lead, were unable to hold on. Monham squares to bunt again, this time jabs at the baseball but misses, so the count will go 2-2. So Monham will now be swinging away with 2 strikes, the count 2-2. Sunkist looks back at the runner, and now he'll step off. Well, the count now 2-2. Sunkist looking every which way, back at second, back at first. Now he checks the runner on second again. Comes home, the 2-2 pitch misses outside, and the count full on Mike Monham. Well, an interesting spot here from Monum. I mean, you want to take ball 4 if available, but got to be defensive, and you got to put the ball in play with runners on first and second. You can't afford to strike out here. Sunkist 3-2 offering a fastball, and Mike Monum is rung up on strikes. On plate umpire Dylan Turner, a little bit of a delayed strike 3 call there, but it did look like it had caught the inside corner of the plate. That's the first out here in the bottom of the 4th inning for Jude Sunkist. Brings up Braden Byram. Well, Byram a strikeout back in the 2nd. Big opportunity for Byram, runners on first and second, 1 out. Byram now squaring to bunt. And he'll pull back. Catcher checking down at second to no avail. As Jacob Trusner dove back safely. 1-0, the count on Braden Byram. So interesting to see Byram now getting starts in back-to-back games in both sides of the outfield. Perhaps Haberger wanting to give him some more at-bats at the plate. Byram pulls back on the bunt and takes a fastball up and in. Looks like he was going to perhaps try to pull back and then maybe take a hack as he saw Tyler Welsh playing in at third. The count now 2-0. We'll see what he does here because he had pulled back before Jude Sunkist had even began his motion. The 2-0, Byram pulls back now, swings at that one, but down in the dirt as the count goes to 2-1. So Byram trying to slash bunt a little bit there. Well, the corners remain in for the Sodbusters despite the fact that Byram was indeed swinging away there. Cale Jensen at first, Tyler Welsh at third. And the 2-1 pitch. Byram chases a breaking ball down and away, 2-2. Sunkist checks the runner, 2-2 pitch. In there for strike 3 looking. Jude Sunkist strikes out Braden Byram. Now the past 2 hitters have gone down looking for the Oahe Zap. That's not really something you can afford with runners on first and second, as Emiliano Curiel will look to cash in on this opportunity. Well, Curiel struck out to lead off last inning. Now 2 outs and 2 runners on. He has 5 RBIs so far this year with 2 outs. That's second on the team. Takes a fastball low and away, 1-0. Well, Curiel, a .452 hitter with runners in scoring position. He's often much more aggressive earlier in the count. We'll see if that remains the case here. And the 1-0 pitch, fastball, that one catches Emiliano Curiel. Well, Jude Sunkist has now hit 4 hitters in just the bottom of the 4th inning. So the bases are loaded with 2 men out, brings up Aiden Johnson, and that will bring out the Sodbusters coach, Danny Weiser. So the Sodbusters will begin action in the bullpen. It'll be Braden Cork heading down there. And so the mound visit really serving 2 purposes here. One, to try and calm down Sunkist, but also trying to give Cork a little bit of time to get his arm going if he needs to come into this ball game in the bottom of the 4th. Well, the base is loaded for Johnson. Johnson has been hit by pitches twice already in this ball game out of the 4 times that the Zap hitters have been hit. Well, another one here would drive in a run. Trusner on third, lying on second, Curiel on first as that one misses inside. 1-0, the count on Aiden Johnson. Isaac Martinez sits on deck for the Zap. Sunkist's 1-0 pitch, a breaking ball that drops beneath the zone. A great take there from Aiden Johnson. That's a hard pitch to lay off, but Johnson looking fastball early in the count. He sees the breaking spin, wisely taking as that one below the zone. And the 2-0 from Sunkist. Johnson swings at the fastball. Count 2-1. Well, the Zap have stranded 4 runners throughout the first 3 innings of this ballgame. 2-1 pitches, fouled back 2-2. Well, they're going to try not to make that number 7 after the 4th. It's up to Aiden Johnson to try and drive in a run, if not drive in 2 and tie this ballgame. 2-2, 2 outs, bases loaded. Key pitch coming from Jude Sunkist. None of the runners being held on by the infield. Sunkist looks back at second, comes home. 2-2 breaking ball, skied in the air, shallow right field. Coming on is Duddleston, who will make the play for the 3rd out of the inning. So the Zap leave the bases loaded. Jude Sunkist works his way out of a jam, and it remains a 2-0 Sodbusters lead as we head to the 5th. You're watching Oahe Zap Baseball on YouTube.
Over a year, you'll be ready for the professional workforce and with a lot less debt. Imagine starting your new life today by learning and earning. DWU's Learn and Earn program. Give us a shout today. What if you could earn cash while you go to school? Seriously? What if college came to you, right where you live? How about getting your own personal career coach? What if college education was completely reimagined? DWU's Learn and Earn is not your usual program because you get real-world, hands-on experiences. No papers, no lectures, no tests. Get paid working at your internship a few days a week. This really matters to businesses and industries who want to hire you. In just over a year, you'll be ready for the professional workforce and with a lot less debt. Imagine starting your new life today by learning and earning. DWU's Learn and Earn program. Give us a shout today. What if you could earn cash while you go to school? Seriously? What if college came to you, right where you live? How about getting your own personal career coach? What if college education was completely reimagined? DWU's Learn.
So Cole Ottersberg making his first pitching appearance for the Oahe Zap in the top of the 5th inning against the Hastings Sodbusters. Sodbusters lead the Zap 2-0. Well, here's the graphic for Ottersberg, but no pitching stats this year or in the past. I don't know how long it's been since Ottersberg has pitched. Angel Escobar, serving the 4th game of his suspension, looks a little confused up here in the press box as Ottersberg misses outside 1-0. The count on Cale Jensen. Well, Jensen a base hit back in the 3rd, but he would be doubled off. Jensen hits that one sharply. That one gets by Jacob Trusner and rolls into right field. Jensen a leadoff single in the top of the 5th inning for the Sodbusters. Well, the Sodbusters have now got the leadoff man on in the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th innings. Brings up Alexiel Delgado. Delgado struck out looking in the 3rd. Ottersberg's pitch, a fastball in there for a strike. So it'll be interesting to see how Ottersberg works on the mound. The first time he's been on the mound in a competitive game in quite a while. as the Zap a little thin out of a bullpen. Well, Ottersberg goes to the breaking ball there, drops it in on Delgado, 0-2 the count. Ottersberg nods the sign in from Lang, but he'll check back on the runner at first, and the throw goes away. Trusner chases over. Heading for third is Cale Jensen, where he'll make it safely, as Johnson will rush in to cut off the throw, as that one almost got away. Well, Ottersberg hasn't attempted a pickoff move in quite a while either, and looked a little bit shaky there, but 0-2 the count. Still a chance to get Delgado here. 0-2 breaking ball hit out in the air down the line in left field. Byram ranges over, makes the play, tagging from third. Well, it appears to be just a bluff as the throw from Byram, it was a strong one. So Cale Jensen stays put at third, first out of the inning in the top of the fifth. Well, that'll bring up Drew Vega. To this point, the Zap infield staying back with a runner on third. So a ground ball up the middle will score a run. Vega 0 for 2 today. He's driven in just 6 runs this year. Well, that's due in part to the fact that he's in the leadoff spot, so doesn't have as many at-bats with runners on base. Aiden Johnson playing on the infield's grass. As the 1-0 pitch, Vega chases at that one 1-1. While Ottersberg, other than the pickoff attempt, has looked pretty sharp so far on the mound. Ottersberg out of the windup with a runner on third, misses low and away. 2-1 goes the count on Vega. Ottersberg working quickly, his 2-1 offering. Fastball hit down the line, but foul. Vega out ahead of that pitch. And the count evens up at 2-2, so perhaps a little overly eager from the leadoff hitter on that one. And the 2-2. Went to the curveball, just missed inside as the count goes full on Drew Vega. Well, Ottersberg's curveball, it has a lot of dip on it. Big pitch coming up, 3-2, runner on third. Goes to the breaking ball, flared into right. Mike Monham there to make the play. Didn't have to move a muscle as that ball was lined right at Monham. Second out of the inning as Cale Jensen stays put at third. That ball was hit on a line, and it looks like it was sinking fast, so lucky that Monham was in the right position for that one. Brings up Josh Printer. Printer a strikeout and reached last inning on an error by Johnson. Swings through that one. The count 0-1. Well, despite a runner on third base, Cole Ottersberg has stayed nice and composed on the mound, trying to keep it to just a 2-run ball game. The 0-1 to Printer down in the dirt. A nice stop by Mason Lang. Keeps the runner put at third. Well, Printer, he has some power. A long ball so far this year. Grounds that one to third. Johnson fields, goes across the diamond, and Cole Ottersberg, how about that? Leaves a runner on third, gets through his first inning scoreless, and it stays a 2-0 ball game. Ottersberg, in his first appearance on the mound since who knows when, goes scoreless in the fifth. You're watching Oahe Zap Baseball on YouTube.
Learn and Earn is not your usual program because you get real-world, hands-on experiences. No papers, no lectures, no tests. Get paid working at your internship a few days a week. This really matters to businesses and industries who want to hire you. In just over a year, you'll be ready for the professional workforce and with a lot less debt. Imagine starting your new life today by learning and earning. DWU's Learn and Earn program. Give us a shout today.
I'm not sure he has the velocity.
What if you could earn cash while you go to school? Seriously? What if college came to you, right where you live? How about getting your own personal career coach? What if college education was completely reimagined? VWU's Learn and Earn is not your usual program because you get real-world, hands-on experiences. No papers, no lectures, no tests. Get paid working at your internship a few days a week. This really matters to businesses and industries who want to hire you. In just over a year, you'll be ready for the professional workforce and with a lot less debt.
Well, how about that from Jude Sunkist, from Cole Ottersberg. As we head to the bottom of the fifth inning, Ottersberg puts a runner on third with one man out, gets a line out to right field in Mike Monum, and then gets a ground out to third. So the first time pitching in a competitive game since high school, doing a good job there. In the top of the fifth inning, keeps it to a 2-run ball game. The Zap with 2, 3, and 4 hitters in the bottom of the fifth inning. It's Isaac Martinez, Buck Snabs, and Leandro Guevara. Martinez 0 for 1 today, worked a walk back in the third, takes a pitch outside for ball 1. Well, the Sodbusters had the bullpen warming up when when Sunkist loaded the bases, but no action up right now as Sunkist back out for the bottom of the fifth. Count evens up 1-1 on Martinez. Well, we will be doing Zap Trivia after the bottom of the fifth inning. The 1-1 pitch, that one hit on the ground towards third, fielded on a weird hop from Welsh. That one ate him up, but he recovers quickly and in time to get Martinez at first. The ball, well, Welsh playing in at third, took a weird hop on the infield grass, kind of up into his hips, knocked it down, picked it up, and went to first. So that brings up Buck Snabs with one man out. Snabs 0 for 2 today, a strikeout, and flew out to right field back in the third. Trying to extend his hit streak to 6 games here today. Takes a fastball inside 1-0. 1-0 from Sunkist. A fastball hit well down the left field line, but hooks foul. It had started in fair territory, but Snabs out ahead of it. The ball hooking foul as the count evens up at 1-1. Well, Snabs had a long ball in one of his first games of the season. He does have 10 extra base hits on the year. In a 1-1 count now, Sunkist. His pitch. That one hit on the ground towards third. Welsh takes a step back, fields, fires to first, and unable to grab the ball is Cale Jensen. Buck Snabs will stay put at first. It'll go down as an error on the third baseman. The throw would have beat Snabs to the bag, but just a little bit too high for Jensen. And the Zap now with the base runner with one man out in the bottom of the fifth. Well, Snabs has good speed off of first, 5 for 6 on his stolen base attempts this season. The Zap yet to steal a bag today. Well, Leandro Guevara 0 for 2. Interesting to see the Zap have tried to play some small ball today, but unsuccessfully. They had runners on first and second in the bottom of the fourth. Both Monum and Byram tried to lay down bunts, but were unable to do so. Both would go down looking, as the Zap were unable to cash in on that situation. Well, the count now 1-0 on Guevara. One out, runner on first. Sunkist comes home, 1-0 pitch hit well out towards left field, high in the air. Back goes Jarvis, who will settle under the baseball. Leandro Guevara just missed it. For a moment, looked like he could have had his first long ball of the season, but perhaps just a bit too far in on the bat. And so Vince Polizzi is going to pinch hit for Jacob Trusner already in the bottom of the fifth. So perhaps they had that planned out. Polizzi comes into the game for Trusner in the middle of the ball game. So Polizzi's first at-bat of the afternoon. And Sunkist's pitch misses inside 1-0. Take a look at Polizzi, the player spotlight today, hitting .301 coming into this ballgame. 6 home runs and 21 RBIs. Both of those lead the team. .1-0 pitch hit on the ground slowly towards third. Welsh comes in, fires across his body well in time to get Polizzi for the third out of the inning. Well, one runner stranded on an error from the Sodbusters. Jude Sunkist now in a position to pick up the win if the lead holds for the Sodbusters. It's a 2-0 ball game. Let's get to some Oahe Zap trivia. So a reminder that the first correct answer in the comments will win 2 free general admission tickets to a Zap game of your choosing. And so the question here this afternoon: who was the youngest player in MLB history to reach 3,000 career hits? Put your answer in the comments section. And if you are the first correct answer, you'll win 2 free tickets to a Zap game of your choosing.
Tony Gwynn. Yes.
Well, neither Tony Gwynn or Willie Mays are correct. Still waiting for the correct answer. And now we have it coming in with Ty Cobb. Is maybe Alley 1013? That is the correct answer. So reach out to oahezap@gmail.com if you want to cash in on your 2 free general admission Zap tickets. Congratulations to Alley as we now head to the top of the 6th inning. Cole Ottersberg back on the mound for the Zap after what was a successful first inning. Angel Escobar saying that Ottersberg has not pitched since college. He misses with that one. The count 1-0 on Sawyer Duddleston. Duddleston rips that one into left field, a base hit. Well, now 5 innings in a row, the leadoff man on for the Sodbusters as they lead by a score of 2-0. Brings up Ryan Jarvis. Jarvis on base in both of his appearances. Double in the second and was hit by a pitch from Jacob Skinner in the 4th. Ottersberg pitch down 1-0. Well, Jarvis scored the first run of the game back in the second inning after Tyler Welsh drove him home. Johnson playing in at third as the breaking ball misses outside 2-0. Well, Ottersberg looked very comfortable on the mound in the top of the 5th inning, and he'll check back on the runner at first. That time, the pickoff move looked much cleaner from Ottersberg. Almost got Duddleston at first. Vince Polizzi coming into the game for Jacob Trusner. 2-0 pitch. That one misses low and away. 3-0 the count. Well, interesting spot here, 3-0. Jarvis has some power at the plate. Unsure if he has the green light in the 3-0 count. So how cautious do you want to be here if you're Cole Ottersberg? Do you give him a fastball middle? 3-0 pitch, well, that's what he did. Jarvis taking all the way. The count goes 3-1. And Ottersberg will check in on the runner at first. That ball almost got away from Polizzi. Polizzi getting his glove on it, knocks it down. So the Zap 2 errors on this ball game. 1 on Ottersberg and 1 on Johnson. Jarvis laces that one into right field. Ball gets down, was a little bit off the inside part of his bat. But regardless, a couple of singles from the Sodbusters puts runners on first and second with no one out. Haberger, a couple claps of the hands from the dugout, as Ottersberg will have plenty more time on the mound. That brings up Tyler Welsh. Welsh 1 for 2 now. RBI single in the second, grounded into a fielder's choice in the fourth, fouls that one off 0-1. So Welsh has had a runner in scoring position now in each of his first 3 at-bats. Was hitting .438 with runners in scoring position coming into this game. That'll go slightly upwards as he's now 1 for 2 in this ball game. Ottersberg drops in the curve on the inside corner for strike 1. Ottersberg looks back at second, now comes home with the 0-1 pitch, check swing. Lang will check down on the runner on second. Lang has not appealed to the field umpire to this point, so it'll go down as ball 1, 1-1 the count. Well, let's see if Ottersberg goes back to the breaking ball, instead goes to the fastball, which is fouled off, perhaps trying to induce a ground ball here with runners on first and second. Zap have turned 1 double play today, although turns might be the wrong word, as it was Jacob Skinner who caught a line drive and went to first. 1-2 pitch, misses outside, 2-2. So the Sodbusters now 2 runs on 7 hits, 1 error. The Zap haven't scored yet, 2 hits. They've had base runners, but have been unable to drive them home. Ottersberg will go back to second. Martinez holds on the runner at second. 2-2 pitch is hit high in the air. That one looks like it'll head for the seats. And the ball actually caroms back into the field to play. Two count, first and second, no and not. Ottersberg in a little bit of a jam here. 2-2 pitch, that one hit into right field. Monum jogging back, and he can't make the play. Monum took a leap to try and make the catch. He thought he was under the baseball. 1 run will come around to score on what will likely go down as a double from Tyler Welsh. Monum thought he was there, thought he had the ball, but just over the reach of his glove, as that makes it a 3-0 ball game. The Sodbusters still threatening with runners on second and third and no one out.
Their designated hitter, Jack Borgman. Creighton headed to the bullpen.
So it'll go down, as we said, likely as a double, but that's a play that you think that Mike Monum would make, as the fastball misses high on Jack Borgman. So Tyler Welsh has now driven in 2 runs on this ball game, has driven in 10 on the year. Jack Borgman 1 for 2 in RBI today, now in a 1-1 count after he grounds that one foul. Borgman hitting just 167 with runners in with runners in scoring position, as the count goes 2-1 on Borgman. Johnson playing in at third, as that pitch is hit. Martinez can't catch it on a fly. That'll let a run to come around to score. Borgman will make it safely to first, as the ball skipped away from Martinez just a bit too far out of his reach to recover. So that'll go down as an error on the second baseman. The 3rd error of the game for the Oahe Zap. So the run will be... It's unclear if the run will be earned or unearned. We'll see what the scoring decision on that is. 2 runs in here in the top of the 6th. It's a 4-0 ball game. First pitch swinging hit in the air towards right field. Monum racing over. He can't get there. Dove 5 feet in front of the baseball, which drops in fair territory. The third run of the inning will come around to score. Throw into second is in time. Matisse Crowell thrown out, trying to stretch the single into the double. Advancing to third on the play was Jack Borgman. So it's now a 5-0 ball game with 1 out and a runner on third here in the top of the 6th.
First baseman, Kale Jensen. Did you get asked to ride the flag on 4th of July? No, I'm not getting. He got asked.
Well, that'll bring up Kale Jensen. So the Sodbusters now with a 3 spot here in the top of the 6th inning. Base hits from Sawyer Duddleston, Ryan Jarvis, Tyler Welsh, and Matisse Crowell. It'll go down as an error on Isaac Martinez at second. That was a ball hit off the bat of Jack Borgman. Kale Jensen 2 for 2 on the day. Takes a pitch down in the dirt, 1-1. Well, Johnson continuing to play in from third. Now on the grass, 1-1. That one misses low, 2-1. Well, the Zap now have action up in their bullpen. Looks to be Lucas Creighton up in the pen. 2-1 offering is grounded foul down the first base line as the count runs 2-2. That one cut on and missed. Cole Ottersberg strikes out Kale Jensen. The first strikeout for Cole Ottersberg since back in high school brings up Alexiel Delgado. So just the top of the 6th. The Zap still 4 innings to play with at the plate. It's a 5-run ball game. The Sodbusters have picked up 9 hits on the afternoon. Delgado 0 for 2. Takes a fastball high, 1-0. Ottersberg's 1-0 offering misses outside. 2-0 goes the count. Well, tough spot here for Ottersberg, as his job today really is to throw strikes, an emergency arm out of the Zap bullpen as the 2-0 pitch is grounded foul. And well, he got out of the 5th inning unscathed, but the Sodbusters have started to hit the ball here in the top of the 6th. Ottersberg's fastball sits somewhere in the 70s, so. And the curveball likely down in the 60s, so it doesn't have as much velocity as some of the other college pitchers as well. He's not a college pitcher. Tries to drop in a curve, but that one misses inside. Home plate umpire is going to tell Alexiel Delgado to go down to first, saying it clipped him. And that puts runners on the corners with 2 men out. Well, Delgado, he wasn't jogging on down to first, perhaps wanting to remain in that bat. So top of the order in Drew Vega. Vega, the 8th hitter of the inning for the Sodbusters, takes a fastball for called strike 1. Vega 0 for 3 on the ball game, as Ottersberg checks in on the runner at first. Oh, 1 pitch, runner goes. That ball hit on the ground, left side. That one gets by Snaps, who is trying to cover on the steal. Byram fields in left, so 1 run comes around to score. Advancing to third is Alexiel Delgado. Now a 6-0 ball game in the top of the 6th inning, as the Sodbusters are breaking this one open. Well, as Printer makes a plate appearance, now all 9 Sodbusters have here in the top of the 6th inning. Runner goes from first. Printer takes throw down to second, is not in time. Vega's first stolen base of the season puts runners on second and third. Well, we said started to break the ball game open at 6-0, but a base hit here might thoroughly break it open. Ottersberg forgetting that the runner had gone to second. He faked the pickoff throw to first, realized there was no runner there, and that's going to go down as a balk. So that'll allow Delgado to come home to score. Vega goes to third, now a 7-0 ball game. A little bit of a mental mistake from Ottersburg on the mound. 0-1 pitch, breaking ball hit in the air, shallow right field. Martinez going back. Monham slides in to make the play. Well, that will do it here in the top of the 6th inning, but 5 runs come around to score. The Sodbusters breaking this one open, a 7-0 ball game as we head towards the bottom of the 6th.
Imagine starting your new life today by learning and earning. DWU's Learn and Earn program. Give us a shout today. What if you could earn cash while you go to school? Seriously? What if college came to you, right where you live? How about getting your own personal career coach? What if college education was completely reimagined? DWU's Learn and Earn is not your usual program because you get real-world, hands-on experiences. No papers, no lectures, no tests. Get paid working at your internship a few days a week. This really matters to businesses and industries who want to hire you. In just over a year, you'll be ready for the professional workforce and with a lot less debt. Imagine starting your new life today by learning and earning. DWU's Learn and Earn program. Give us a shout today.
I knew exactly where you were going with that, Chili.
Yeah.
What if you could earn cash while you go to school? Seriously? What if college came to you, right where you live? How about getting your own personal career?
Oahe Zap, catcher number 26, Mason Lang. One more build-up. I'm embarrassed to say this. How bad for Zap?
Mason Lang leads off the bottom of the 6th inning for the Oahe Zap. He is one of just 2 hits on the day for the Zap to this point. Takes that pitch low for ball 1 from Jude Sunkist. The 1-0 pitch called for a strike on the outside corner. Count evens up at 1-1. Lang popped up in foul territory in the second. A single. It was a ground ball that got by Cale Jensen in the 4th. 1-1 pitch. Lang chasing down in the dirt. 1-2. Well, the Zap have got the leadoff man on in 2 of the 5 innings to this point. The 1st and the 4th, both of which came on hit by pitches from Sunkist. Sunkist has hit 4 Zap hitters so far today. His 1-2 pitch misses low, 2-2. Well, Lang has now cracked 300 on the season, was hitting .299 coming into this one. 1 for 2 on the day. He's 9 for his last 19 at the plate as he grounds that one foul. Count will remain 2-2. So Lucas Creighton continuing to warm in the Zap bullpen, as that will likely do it for Cole Ottersburg, who went 2 innings, giving up 5 runs, a walk, a hit by pitch, and 5 hits. So the 2-2, that one grounded once again down the right field line and foul towards the exact same spot. So once again, the Zap bullpen will come grab the ball in right field as the count remains 2-2. And Sunkist will come home. Lang rips that one into right field, sending Duddleston back towards the track, and that one's gone. Mason Lang hits his first home run of the start and cuts the lead to a big part of this Zap offense. The batting cage is beyond the right field's wall. That ball just kept carrying out in right. Sawyer Duddleston ran out of room in right field very fast. And that brings up Mike Monham, who takes a fastball on the inside corner. Well, the 12th home run of the year as a team for the Oahe Zap, the first of the season for Mason Lang. And the 0-1 pitch, that one misses down in the dirt, 1-1. Well, the Zap still some work to do as they trail 7-1. Monham now in a 1-1 count. He's got the other hit on the day. Takes a fastball inside, 2-1. So Monham a single back in the second, a strikeout looking in the fourth. The 2-1 pitch, fastball misses low, 3-1. Well, we knew Lang had the power. A few days ago, he broke Ben Ersfeld's car on a home run in batting practice. The 3-1 from Sunkist, that one called for a strike on the inside corner, 3-2. And that was actually the day before Ersfeld was supposed to leave, so Ersfeld had to drive home with a cracked windshield. 3-2 to Monham, misses high. Monham ducking out of the way of that one. He'll head down to first. Well, after a leadoff home run from Mason Lang, a walk to Mike Monham puts the first two runners on, and now the umpires are going to reconvene. I believe Jude Sunkist is arguing that it might have hit Mike Monham's bat. But Dylan Turner will tell Mike Monham to stay put at first. So now the Sodbusters coach, Danny Weiser, is going to ask for an explanation. Well, a couple of words with Turner, but that will be all. So a runner on first, no one out, brings up Braden Byram. Mike Monham has now reached in 2 of his 3 plate appearances. Byram a couple of strikeouts today. Pitch from Sunkist, fouled away, 0-1. Well, Lang's home run, I mean, that ball got out fast. As Sawyer Duddleston took about 4 steps back, stopped, and I think everyone realized that ball was heading over the wall. Time is called. 0-1 the count on Byram. The pitch swung on and missed, 0-2. It'll be an 0-2. Fastball hit in the air, right field. Ranging back, Duddleston once again continues going as the ball carrying well in right field. And Duddleston dropped the ball. Mike Monham will now head for second. He was heading back towards first, so it'll be an error on the right fielder, Sawyer Duddleston, who had trouble battling the sun out there in right. Byram will stay at first. Monham at second. And the first 3 Zap hitters, well, a home run, but they are all aboard safely now. A 7-1 ball game. Monham on second, Byram on first. Brings up Emiliano Curiel. So Curiel looks to keep things moving smoothly here for the Oahe Zap. Court continuing to warm up for the Sodbusters in the left field pen. Curiel 0 for 2 today. Looks like that'll bring Tyler Welsh in at third. Don't believe Curiel is likely to square around to bunt, but in the Sodbusters' point of view, the Zap have tried twice already. Sunkist's pitch, Curiel checks his swing. The home plate umpire says he went around. Curiel not so sure about that, but the count 0-1. So a home run, a walk, and an error by Sawyer Duddleston puts life into this Zap order as Curiel swings and misses at that one, 0-2. Duddleston comes set, gets a target from Crowell, comes home, but that one just misses outside. Well, both Monham and Byram have good speed on the base paths. Monham 3 stolen bases this season. Byram hasn't attempted one yet. A breaking ball called for strike 3. Emiliano Curiel is punched out by Jude Sunkist. Second strikeout of the day for Curiel, who's now 0 for 3. He'll hand his bat off to Aiden Johnson. The teammates from Saracoso sharing a bat apparently here. Well, Johnson 0 for 1. He was hit by pitches in the first and third. The Zap going to need to get more than one run here in the bottom of the sixth if they want to fight their way back into this ball game. Pitch to Johnson, cut on and missed, 0-1. Sunkist checks the runner at second, now comes home with the pitch. That one finds the inside corner, so Sunkist attacking both Emiliano Curiel and Aiden Johnson. Continuing to look back at Monham on second, 0-2 pitch, cut on and missed. 2 straight strikeouts from Jude Sunkist has put them with 2 outs here in the bottom of the sixth inning. 1 run in on a Mason Lang home run to lead off the inning. But Byram and Monham still standing out there on first and second where they were with no one out. There's now 2 outs in the bottom of the sixth. Martinez 0 for 2 with a walk today. Takes a pitch outside from Sunkist, 1-0. Well, the Zap as a team hitting .235 with runners in scoring position, but they are 0 for today as Martinez chases that one low, 1-1. One pitch. Misses outside, 2-1 the count on Isaac Martinez. So interesting to see Martinez arriving just before the game yesterday. Didn't think he was going to get into that ball game before he got a pinch hit opportunity in the ninth. Now the 2-1 from Sunkist. Ground ball back to short, flips to second for the third out of the inning. Well, the Oahe Zap continue to strand base runners. They strand 2 here in the bottom of the sixth, trailing 7-1, but they get on the board via a Mason Lang home run to lead off the inning. It's a 7-1 ball game as we head to the seventh. You're watching Oahe Zap Baseball on YouTube.
Career coach. What if college education was completely reimagined? DWU's Learn and Earn is not your usual program because you get real-world, hands-on experiences. No papers, no lectures, no tests. Get paid working at your internship a few days a week. This really matters to businesses and industries who want to hire you. In just over a year, you'll be ready for the professional workforce and with a lot less debt. Imagine starting your new life today by learning and earning. DWU's Learn and Earn program. Give us a shout today. What if you could earn cash while you go to school? Seriously? What if college came to you, right where you live? How about getting your own personal career coach? What if college education was completely reimagined? DWU's Learn and Earn is not your usual program because you get real-world, hands-on experiences. No papers, no lectures, no tests. Get paid working at your internship a few days a week. This really matters to businesses and industries who want to hire you. In just over a year, you'll be ready for the professional workforce and with a lot less debt. Imagine starting your new life today by learning and earning.
Lucas Creighton replaces Cole Ottersberg as we enter the top of the 7th inning. Zap on the scoreboard. Mason Lang, a long home run out to right field over the Mountain Dew sign. Take a look at Creighton's stats so far this year. In 8 appearances, he's gone 10 2/3 innings, posting an 8.44 ERA, 15 hits, 13 strikeouts, and 11 walks for the lefty. Well, Haberger likes to go lefty-righty, alternating among the pitchers. So we go from Skinner, the lefty, to Ottersberg, the righty, now to Creighton, the lefty. Sawyer Duddleston to lead it off for the Sodbusters. He's 1 for 3 today. Takes that pitch on the outside corner, and Lucas Creighton ahead 0-2 on the first batter he's faced, Duddleston. Well, Duddleston led off last inning in the 6th with a base hit, came around to score, hits that one in the air, heading for the seats, 0-2 still the count. The 0-2 goes to the fastball, just misses low on Sawyer Duddleston. Well, Duddleston had an error out in right field. A fly ball from Mike Monham. A fly ball from Braden Byram. But he got away with it as the runners were stranded on first and second in the bottom of the 6th inning. Count now 2-2. Well, the Zap have now stranded 9 runners in this ballgame. 2-2 misses low on Duddleston. So, well, Lucas Creighton opens it up, an 0-2 count. It's now worked full to 3-2. The pitch. That one hit on the ground towards third. Johnson ranges over. Fields goes to first. Nice play by Aiden Johnson. A couple of quick steps to his left. Allows it to be an easy play rather than trying to field it on the short hop. So Johnson cutting the ball off. And the first out of the inning for the Lucas Creighton and the Zap. So that brings up Ryan Jarvis. Jarvis 2 for 2. A single, a double, and was hit by a pitch. Lefty-lefty battle here as that one misses high, 1-0. So the Zap, after this ball game, a day off tomorrow, they then travel to Casper for 2. When they return home, it'll be a game on the 4th of July as that one lifted in the air. Buck Snabs and Aiden Johnson having some communication issues. Ends up being Johnson to make the play. Snabs was trying to call him off as he thought that Johnson may have misread the ball, but Johnson gets there as they'll work things out. So 2 quick outs here for Lucas Creighton. So 2 games on the road days. It'll be a 4-game series from July 4th, which is a Thursday, through that Sunday. Then a few days off, and then they'll play the Bison for 3 more. 0-1 pitch misses low and away, 1-1. And Alec Vincent, formerly of the Oahe Zap, will be joining the Bison. So it'll be interesting to see how that matchup works out. 1-1 from Creighton, swung on and missed, 1-2. So the count 1-2 on Tyler Welsh. Welsh 2 for 3 today. He's driven in a couple of runs on a single in the 2nd and a double back in the 6th. 1-2 from Creighton. That one hit off the end of the bat towards first. Polizzi Fields will take it himself. A 1-2-3 inning for Lucas Creighton, who is running over to try and cover the bag himself. It remains a 7-1 ball game. Time to stretch here at Hyde Stadium. You're watching Oahe Zap Baseball on YouTube.
WU's Learn and Earn program. Give us a shout today.
You like that, formerly of the Oahe Zap?
What if you could earn cash while you go to school? Seriously? What if college came to you, right where you live? How about getting your own personal career coach? What if college education was completely reimagined? DWU's Learn and Earn is not your usual program because you get real-world, hands-on experiences. No papers, no lectures, no tests. Get paid working at your internship a few days a week. This really matters to businesses and industries who want to hire you. In just over a year, you'll be ready for the professional workforce and with a lot less debt. Imagine starting your new life today by learning and earning. DWU's Learn and Earn program. Give us a shout today. What if you could earn cash while you go to school? Seriously? What if college came to you, right where you live? How about getting your own personal career coach? What if college education was completely reimagined? DWU's Learn and Earn is not your usual program because you get real-world, hands-on experiences. No papers, no lectures, no tests. Get paid working at your internship a few days a week. This really matters to businesses and industries.
So that will do it for Jude Sunkist on his day. He went 6 innings, giving up 3 hits and 1 run. Coming Mason Lang's solo shot to lead off the bottom of the 6th inning. It's Braden Cork replacing him here in the bottom of the 7th. Cork comes into the ballgame, a 7-1 Sodbusters lead. Well, Cork out of Northeast Community College in 10 games this summer has gone 25 innings, a 2.16 ERA, 34 strikeouts against just 10 walks. So it's been a good summer for Cork so far, who opens up the count on Buck Snabs with a fastball on the inside corner for strike 1. Snabs 0 for 3 on the day, but he did reach last inning on an error by the third baseman. Fouls that one right back at the press box overhead, 0-2. Well, Snabs quickly in an 0-2 hole. Pitch from Cork. Skied way up into the air, foul territory. Catcher Crowell makes the play for the first out of the inning. So Buck Snabs struggling a little bit at the plate tonight. He's been so good in the month of June. Still trying to extend a 5-game hit streak to 6. Well, he'll likely have another chance to do so. It's the second time that Crowell has made a play in foul territory from behind the plate. Playing good defensive baseball for the Sodbusters as Guevara takes that pitch from Cork for strike 1. Guevara 0 for 3 today. The 0-1 pitch misses high, 1-1. Well, the top of the order struggling for the Zap today. Just Mason Lang and Mike Monham with the 3 Zap hits. Monham a single and a home run. Lang a single and a home run. Monham just a single. The count 1-2 on Guevara as that one is fouled away. Count stays 1-2. Cork out of the windup pitch. That one hit sharply to third, fielded by Welsh. Fires to first, and that one in the dirt gets by Jensen. Guevara will head down to second. The second error of the game on Tyler Welsh. Now Guevara is going to dig for third, where he will make it in sliding. So Leandro Guevara, a ground ball to third. He ends up on third base himself after the throw down in the dirt got by Cale Jensen at first. So Vince Polizzi will now make his second at-bat of the game. He's 0 for 1 on the day. Came in for Jacob Trusner back in the 5th. Has a runner on third, 1 man out. Corners in as Polizzi takes that one for a strike. The Sodbusters, with a 6-run lead, are more than happy to trade an out for a run in this situation. 0-1 from Cork down in the dirt, 1-1. So Court communicating with the fielders, perhaps telling the second baseman to shade to his right as Vega takes a few steps that way. 1-1 to Palizzi, misses up and away, 2-1. Well, Mason Lang sits on deck. He's been the hot bat today for the Zap. 2-1. All right, he will. So an error on Tyler Welsh and a wild pitch to pitch, misses high, 3-2. Full count on Palizzi. Cork brings up Mason Lang. Home run last inning in the 6th. From the Sodbusters shortstop for the 3rd out of the inning. Well, 8th, you're watching Oahe Zap Baseball on YouTube.
Industries who want to hire you. In just over a year, earning. DWU's Learn and Earn program. Give us a shot. What if you could earn personal career coach? What if casual program? Because you get real world. This really matters to businesses and industries who want to hire you. In just over a year, you'll be ready for the professional workforce and with a lot less debt.
So Creighton Jacobitz is getting Sodbusters. Came into the game to finish it off in the bottom of the 9th inning. So as of in that game as well. So it'll, in all likelihood, it'll just be one at bat. Well, Jack Borgman DHing, so no, an error from Isaac Martinez. It seems as if he's short. Palizzi unable to dig that one out, so it'll go down as an error on the second. They drove in a run back in the 6th. Well, Crowell with his hit in the... Now the 1-2 pitch, hit on. Isaac Martinez has really struggled at second. Matisse Crowell to reach on the fielder's choice. So Cale Jensen is 2 for 3 today. One man on with one out here in the top of the 8th inning. Sodbusters lead the Zaps. Creighton comes set, now comes home. 1-1 pitch is skied in the air, left field. Could have allowed a runner to advance in Matisse Crowell. Instead, 2 outs now in the top of the 8th inning. Crowell stays put at first. Buck snaps, who flips to second for the second out of the 7-2 ball game. Zap with 6 outs to play with at the plate.
College came to you, right where you live. How about getting your own personal career coach? Learn and Earn is not your usual program because you get real week. This really matters to businesses and industries who want to hire you. In just over and earning. DWU's Learn and Earn program. Give us a shot. What if you could earn cash while you go to school? What if college education was completely reimagined? Experiences.
1 for 2 today. Worked a walk last inning in the 6th. Still recovering from surgery on a torn labrum, which has hurt his. So the count will go 1-2. Field once again, as it has been all afternoon. Michael Larson beginning to warm up. Kicking ball seemed to fool Monham. But he did reach back in the 6th on an error by Sawyer Duddleston. Takes a fastball high, 1-0. Couple of balls. That one skied. Into foul territory goes Jensen towards the Zap dugout. As that brings up Emiliano Curiel. 1-2-3 inning here in the bottom of the 8th. The Zap trying to claw out of a 5-run. And that throw pulls off the first baseman, Cale Jensen. The 3rd error of the ball game for Tyler.
Your third baseman, number 29, Aiden Johnson.
So kissed. The Sodbusters starting pitcher went 6 innings. Count 1-0 now on Aiden Johnson. Johnson swings through that one, 1-1. Curiel leads off first. Jensen holding him on. 1-1 pitch is foul. Count 1-2 on Johnson. Well, the Zap last series against the Sodbusters scored 2 runs yesterday. We're now in the bottom. Looks like that pitch is going to be called a foul ball. Can't hold on. Ryan Jarvis almost made a terrific play out on the day. Puts runners on first and second for Isaac Martinez. Cork looks back at second, now comes home with the pitch. A breaking ball drops in on Martinez for strike 1. Cork continues to look back at the runner on second and gets Martinez. Not the case here in the bottom of the 8th. Bucks now to pitch is taken. Unable to squeeze the ball into the glove. And misses at the breaking ball. But the home plate umpire checked with the field umpire to see if the ball hit the dirt. Before again, bottom of the Uriel and Aiden Johnson in motion with the 3-2 count. That's in the lineup as of late. 3-2 pitch in there for strike 3. Isaac Martinez heading to the 9th. 9th in the 8th inning. So 3 straight balls from Lucas Creighton. Creighton, whose fastball misses high. However, Skinner, Josh, who Sodbusters hitters without a hit today. So 7 of the 9, that one fouls it off 2-2. Side as the count runs full. The pitch is fouled away once again. Well, the Sodbusters had lost 3 in a row. The Zap had lost 2 in a row coming into this series. Dropped game 1 to the Sodbusters, as it looks like that pitch may have caught Josh Printer. So that brings up, looks like we're going to get a pinch hitter here in Jackson Crane with runners on first and second and no one out, as Lucas Creighton misses low with that one. So Creighton, a shaky start to the top of the 9th. After going 2 scoreless, the 1-0 pitch to Crane misses low, 2-0. So the Zap going the wrong direction after winning the first 2 games of the second half against the Plainsmen. Crane, a freshman out of Arkansas Tech, hitting .275 on the season, 10 RBIs. Opportunity to do some damage here with runners on first and second and no one out. The 2-0, that one misses low and inside, 3-0. Well, Creighton trying to avoid yet another walk to start off the 9th inning here. And the 3-0 pitch in on the hands of Crane. Drops for Martinez, who tries to backhand to first, and that one goes away from Palizzi. An awkward play from Isaac Martinez at second. He'll pick up his 3rd error of the ballgame. Drew Vega comes around to score, makes it an 8-2 game. Boy, Martinez has struggled out there at second base in his first start with the Zap. And you have to think that his injury may have affected him on that one, as you would think he would try and spin and fire to Palizzi. He had more than enough time to get the runner in Printer if it would have been a good throw. Fastball in there for a strike on Sawyer Duddleston. So that run will go down as unearned on Lucas Creighton. The 5th error of the ballgame for the Oahe Zap. Now back-to-back games where they've had 5 or more errors, as that one misses low and away 1-1. The Zap with 5 errors as well last night. One pitch. That one called for strike 2. Fastball on the inside corner on Ryan Jarvis. Jarvis 2 for 3 today, was hit by a pitch. 1-2. Just misses outside, as the count goes to 2-2. Well, the second time through the order now for Lucas Creighton, who comes home with the 2-2. That one skips away from Lang, and a good jump from third in Josh Printer scores the second run of the inning. So the Sodbusters now regain a 7-run lead. They were up 7-0 before the Zap put runs on the board in the 6th and 7th to cut it to 5. Now the lead back at 7 at 9-2. The count 3-2 here on Ryan Jarvis as that pitch misses up and in. So another walk from Lucas Creighton puts runners on the corners with no one out. 2 runs already in, and that brings up Tyler Welsh.
No walk to the mound yet. I'm waiting.
Welsh 2 for 4, couple of runs batted in on the day. Looks like they'll let Creighton try and finish this one up and save the bullpen for Casper. The pitch, a fastball called strike 1. Now the 0-1 pitch. That one misses low, 1-1. And while Martinez just joining the Zap at second, it'll be interesting to see how his season pans out. As it just looks like he's struggling with an injury out there as the 1-1 pitch misses low, 2-1. The 2-1. That one hit on the ground to short. Snaps, goes to second for 1. Martinez to first in time. A 6-4-3 double play. The Zap turn 2, but another run comes around to score for the Hastings Sodbusters, who have now taken a 10-2 lead. Strong throw there from Isaac Martinez to turn 2. And we're going to get a pinch hitter here for the Sodbusters. It is yet another pitcher. This time it's Adam DeBoer. So DeBoer will make his first at-bat of the season with 2 men out and no one on. Takes that pitch for strike 1. And now a ball has come onto the field behind home plate. Home plate umpire will have to go pick that one up. Tosses it over to the Zap dugout. Well, 0-1 the count here on DeBoer. Creighton's 0-1 pitch. That one misses low, 1-1. Now the 1-1. That one hit high in the air towards shallow right fields. Mike Monham will call off Martinez and make the play for the third out of the inning. But the Sodbusters get 3 runs across, taking 8-run lead as we head to the bottom of the 9th inning. Zap just 3 outs to play with. They're going to need a rally at the plate. You're watching Oahe Zap Baseball on YouTube.
Great seats at a great price. Get them safer, simpler, and smarter with Ticket Smarter. A proud partner to the biggest names in live sports and events, including ESPN events and iHeartRadio. TicketSmarter has seats for over 125,000 live events and 48 million tickets for sale. All backed with the TicketSmarter 100% ticket guarantee. Thinking about your next great live event? Think smarter. Think TicketSmarter. Get your tickets your way, guaranteed, at TicketSmarter.com. Great seats at a great price. Get them safer, simpler, and smarter with TicketSmarter. A proud partner to the biggest names in live sports and events, including ESPN events and iHeartRadio. TicketSmarter has seats for over 125,000 live events and 48 million tickets for sale. All backed with the TicketSmarter 100% ticket guarantee. Thinking about your next great live event? Think smarter. Think TicketSmarter. Get your tickets your way, guaranteed, at TicketSmarter.com. Great seats at a great price. Get them safer, simpler, and smarter with TicketSmarter. A proud partner to the biggest names in live sports and events, including ESPN events and iHeartRadio. TicketSmarter has seats for over 125,000 live events and 48 million tickets for sale. All backed with the TicketSmarter 100% ticket guarantee.
Well, Cade Cartwright will try and close this one out for the Sodbusters. Cartwright, the sophomore out of Arkansas Tech, has pitched just 1 inning so far this year. Didn't give up a run. 1 strikeout, no walks in that performance. So Cartwright, well, he's got an 8-run cushion. Will try and finish off a sweep over the Oahe Zap. He'll face the heart of the order in Buck Snabs, Leandro Guevara, and Vince Polizzi. So Snabs, one last opportunity to extend his hitting streak. He's 0 for 4 to this point today. As we'll get a stoppage in play, a ball perhaps coming into play in left field. Well, Cartwright now set to begin his appearance. Opens it up with a strike on the inside corner. Buck Snabs turns away in disbelief. Thought that one had missed inside, but the count 0-1. Cartwright's 0-1 pitch is cut on and fouled back 0-2, and so in an 8-run lead, Cartwright might be a little more aggressive here on Zap hitters, willing to give up a couple of base runners. Quickly ahead 0-2 on Buck Snabs. Cartwright's 0-2 pitch is fouled off, and the count stays 0-2. Now the 0-2 misses inside 1-2. Well, the Zap struggles at the plate have continued tonight. 2 runs on 4 hits. Aiden Johnson, Mike Monham, and Mason Lang accounting for those 4 hits. Cartwright's 1-2 pitch. That one misses down in the dirt. 2-2. Buck Snabs, so Snabs staying alive. Perhaps a little bit outside from Car 3-2 as Snabs out ahead of that one, fouls it off. Noah Wiggins tried to make the barehanded play. He's coaching third today for the Oahe Zap. This one could be extra bases. Snabs will head for second, where he will make it with a stand. The extra base hit of the season. The runner and Snabs on second comes home with the 1-0 pitch. A fastball cut on and so Guevara will step back in. 1-1 the count. As you want, but Cartwright still staring him down. Guevara takes that pitch low and away. 2-1. 2 today is Polizzi. Oh, that one misses low and away. Excuse me. In the second hold to quiet down since then, as they'd been very loud. Polizzi off the end of the bat towards short, fielded. It is nothing to watch, but he'll